Good morning. I decided to go up in the San Bernardino mountain range here today to check out what we call Big Bear Lake today. This is actually an artificial lake. They built a dam in the later part of the 1800s because when the first people came up in the mountain here, they noticed it was a very flat area. It's kind of a swampland, and they wanted to create a dam so they could deliver water down to all the farmlands you have down by San Bernardino here. So the original dam is underwater right now, we can't see it, but in 1912 they built a new one, and that's the dam you see right there. So the water level is much higher today, and my plan for today is kind of to just drive on the southern end of the lake here, all the way to the ski resorts they have on the other side, and see if we can find something interesting. So let's do it. Let's move on. My first little stop up here is in a place called Boulder Bay Park. And yeah, that's probably because you see a lot of these boulders here. I'm guessing, right? And they warn you, danger, thin ice. You actually get a fine if you go on the ice. I can't believe that. So I'm guessing no winter fishing, okay? You can't do that. They will fine you. We have a lot of snow up in the mountain still right now, especially on some of these slopes where, you know, the sun can't really reach. While I'm looking at the other side here of the lake, I don't see much snow here, but right here behind these cabins here, you see a lot of snow. And I'm guessing the snow can be here pretty much the entire spring here until maybe late April at least, maybe even beginning of May, depending on, you know, the weather. And people come here to enjoy the view. They bring some you know, snack, they sit down and just have a good time, I guess. One problem they have up here is that they have too much traffic. Right now they have some construction going on here, but this place can be really jam-packed, and the traffic condition can be super bad, especially after, you know, a snowstorm. People come here to do skiing. You have the snow valley before you hit the lake here, and if you continue to drive you will end up in the snow summit. And they are still skiing, by the way, and they do that into the month of April at least. Beautiful place. Lots of these cabins. The weather today turned out to be really great, by the way. Nighttime it's still down in, you know, the 30s, maybe 35, and today I'm guessing it will be 70 up here. If you go down to San Bernardino, it's going to be 85 today, so it's really a taste of summer. This is the closest you can come to a grizzly bear up in the mountain here. They actually killed the last one in the beginning of the 1900s, so don't expect to find these guys, unfortunately. But you can see black bear, that's for sure. So we have to be happy with this fake grizzly bear, okay? They actually have several marina areas here, and I'm driving down to one of them, kind of halfway in to the lake, and you can see all these cabins they have here on both sides, and you can rent it all or buy it, like you see here, for sale. I think they have a high turnover here. People buy it, they go up a couple of seasons, they get tired of it, and then they sell it, or they just invest. And oh man, the marina is closed, of course, for the winter. I have to go to plan B here. I tried to go down to the marina area, but it was actually closed. So I have to U-turn pretty soon here, and at least you have a chance to see some of these cabins here people have. Here's a nice one. Take a look at this one. That's a beautiful cabin. And many of these you can rent actually. So I U-turned and I'm going back up to the road. So I can't show you the marina right now. And all of this started back in the days when they had the gold rush here in California. Here's a wagon from probably that time. I don't know what you're selling in here, but they try to lure tourists into every little house here. Typical cabins you can rent. And in the summertime you can rent all kind of boats and kayaks and stuff like that. If you're renting something here, make sure it's far away from the road, because you have a lot of traffic. I mean, you're trying to escape traffic, and then you have more traffic here than you have in town, right? It's just bizarre. But it's a very popular place, on the other hand, so that's the reason. Another good thing up here in the mountain is that if you are thirsty, you can find a liquor store or like a mini store all over the place. I mean, they have plenty of them. And of course they are catering here to tourists. And this is just one example here of how they look like. They are kind of cute. It's not like these mega stores you see down in town, right? So this is another reason to come here, right? And if you come here after a snowstorm, you need these tire chains. You can buy them here. And they will not let you up. Just keep that in mind. There is no way the sheriff will stop you. This area here is kind of the beginning of a more populated area here. And I will just follow these cars and make a left and, you know, see where I'm ending up. This street here, or this little area here, is called the Village, and people come here to eat, they come here to buy stuff, they come here to get drunk in the evening after a day up in the ski slope. It's also pretty much a weekend thing. Right now not much is going on here in the middle of the week because people are working, right? They also have several bigger hotels in the area here, and the biggest one is probably what we see here, the lodge at Big Bear Lake, down here to the right. I'm going down to the main road again, and I will continue my journey here. And as you can see behind me here, they actually have gasoline up here, so you don't need to be worried. You know, they have plenty of gas. Not only here, they actually have many other places here. So can come up with half tank, no problems. And what I'm going to do here, I see there is a coffee shop here. I mean, we have the sun in the face now, but they have a liquor store, which is nice. Right next to it is a local coffee shop. So I'm going to go in there and kind of enjoy a double shot, I think, and support that. I know they have a Starbucks, a few miles in that direction, but let's support the local guys here. This looks really good. They have a lot of good stuff in here, but I'm going to skip that and just enjoy my coffee here. This is kind of the inside of this place. They have another boat place right here, right next to that coffee shop I went to, and I'm curious about the view here. I'm hoping to see the lake from here in a better way, because if you're driving on the road itself, you're kind of in between all these cabins and a lot of trees, right? So you can't really see anything, but I found an open space here, so let's go down. Another thing I noticed here is that it looks like the water level is low. I'm not sure if it's because of no rain in the winter or if the dam was open. I really don't know here, but you can tell it's kind of low, right? So here's the view. Let me just do a little sweep here. And by the way, I'm going to stop here. You see on the other side here, there is a white building, kind of round-ish on top. That's actually a solar observatory. I think they opened that in 1969, and they came here. The reason they actually established that place was because of the high altitude and kind of clean air. At least it was clean in 1969. I'm not sure if it's clean now. Fishing also is popular here, but unfortunately you have a lot of mercury and PCB still in the fish here, so you need to be careful. I wouldn't eat it, but I'm sure people do, because I see people fishing all over the place. Not today, but in the summertime. There's a view up to this little boating place, right? The little baby Marina area. And also somewhere up here, maybe on the other side, maybe you have seen that they have on the internet, you can see this bald eagle webcam, right? Where you can follow this eagle family and see how many eggs they have and how many, young bald eagles they get, right? Usually 1 or 2 dies every year, but that's just way of nature, right? But I'm sure it's on the other side, because most of the buildings are on the southern side of this lake here, and if you look on the other side here is mainly trails and forest, stuff like that. It's really nice to go up there, by the way, so in case you're into hiking, that would be the side. Very nice, actually. Kind of in the downtown area. If there is a downtown here, this would be the place, right there by the gas station. I'm going to look up here. You see another entry into the village, a liquor store behind the trees here. They have some cool military cars here. I'm not sure if they use them for tourists or whatever, but it's kind of cool. And if you go down the street here, you have the lake down there. So it's really a nice little mountain community here, up on 7,000 feet, right? Here's the main strip. I parked here at the snow summit area, and I'm going to take a quick look at the slopes here. I talked to the guy, the parking guy, and he said the ski season here this year will end April 15. So we have a couple of weeks here before it's over. Kind of depends on the weather. I'm going to pass these buildings here so we can take a better look at the slope. I'm not sure how to get up there, but let's try here in the corner and see if that works. Here you have it. You have all the ski slopes here. And it looks like they still have snow, right? And like the guy said, 2 more weeks and then it's over. I think it looks busy, but the guy said it's not busy today because it's too late in the season here. And the lake is down there. I asked the guy, how about if you let me in here, because they have a fence here, and I said, can I go in and shoot some video here, 1 minute in and out? And he said, no, dude, you need like a pass for 10 seconds of video. That doesn't make any sense. Well, you need a pass, it's federal land, blah blah blah, we have rules here. And I'm trying to find a place where I can see the slopes better, but you know, they're pretty clever here, so I guess that would be impossible. But at least here they have some kind of kids stuff. You see here, kids are learning how to ski. I'm not sure what they are doing. They have some kind of weird lift. They are standing on something like a conveyor belt, and yeah, there you have it. And I'm just behind this fence here. All right, I don't give up yet, so let's see what I can do. And another funny aspect is I asked, hey, can I sit on the lift and go all the way to the top and do some filming? No sir, it's a liability. You got to have equipment. So I need to rent skis in order to sit on that lift because it's so dangerous, right? Yeah, I can really hurt myself. God, I love these rules. They make so much sense. And they have fences, you see, they have fences here. They are not very nice to YouTubers, that's for sure. Can't go in, can't help them out with marketing. That doesn't work. But they have a sign up there, GoPro, yeah. Somebody's doing or selling GoPros up there. I went to the ticket office and I asked how much is the ticket to go in, if I need to go in 1 minute and kind of shoot the ski slope here. Well, sir, it's $117. That's a lot of money just for like 10 seconds of entrance here. I wanted to go up to the ski lift at least and take a look, but I hope you can see it from here. I think I will go down to the lake instead. This place looks nice, but they don't let you in without a pass. Okay, federal law, just keep that in mind. What a nonsense. Federal law or federal land with all these regulations. That's so stupid. FBI stuff. Wow, okay. Well, I can show you the parking lot. Another liquor store. Like I said before, we have plenty of them. Just before you come to the place where you cross the lake and go over to the other side, you have this little shopping area here. You have a Bones, you have some other stores, there are some, Dollar Tree, things like that. And you can buy coffee here, of course. So this is a very popular place. It kind of goes over to the other side here of the street. And in a minute or so I will continue this road down here, and it will kind of cross the lake. And also right there is an airport, by the way. They actually have a little landing strip down by the lake. So to be a little mountain community where only 5,000 people live permanently, they have a lot of stuff, right? Lots of stuff. But that's because it's such a popular place and people come here all the time. So the population is really more like 100,000 instead of 5,000. And right here, let me go out in the parking lot here. You will see the size of these ski areas here if you look in that direction here. Take a look. Background there, up on the hill. Oh. I was coming from here, from Big Bear Lake, and this is actually it's kind of a bridge, right? It's not really a true bridge, but let's call it a bridge. And it actually takes you over to the other side, as you can see. And they have a little park here. Let me just go up really quick. You can come out and sit down and relax. And it looks really dry though. I really did not expect that. Look, it's just mud down there, but the water is actually on the other side here, so there is hope. And on the other side here you have these beautiful hiking areas, you have campsites and all that stuff. So it's really a pretty place, as you can see, and you can just go and disappear up in the mountain range there. Federally protected wetland, wow. Like the ski slopes, right? You have to pay big money to go up there. Even if you just go in for a minute, that's $117. I can't believe it. What a scam, right? And when you're tired of driving and you don't like to be stuck in traffic here when you're coming up to Big Bear, you can always fly in, and the airport is down here. I'm not sure how far, maybe a mile or so, but it's very close. So just go to the nearest airport, rent a plane and fly up here, okay? You can do that. I think I will just drive over and do a last stop on the other side of this lake before leaving the area. So let's do that. This is the other side here. And if you ever go up in the mountain range here, you will have a lot of fun because it's really a beautiful place and you can just spend hours and hours up there if you have the right shoes on. You need some, hiking shoes, I guess. Even though the ground itself is it's a lot of sand actually, like you see here. This is on the lower side of the road. I was planning to go closer to the lake itself here, if I can find a way down. And here we have some nice older trees. This one is dead, but it's still looking really beautiful here, especially with the blue sky in the background. Very nice. So let's see. Well, they have a parking lot down there, so maybe that's the way down. And there's a hole here in the tree. I mean, I don't really want to put my hand in there. I mean, maybe there is a beaver inside just chopping your hand off. I mean, you never know. All right, getting closer to the lake here. It's hard to believe this place is only an hour and a half from downtown Los Angeles. It's like being out in the middle of nowhere, especially if you're on the northern side of this lake here. The area started to develop after the California gold rush, and after the gold rush they started to build these resorts here. So I think Big Bear Lake here was kind of the first mountain resorts here in at least this part of California. And well, there are many things you can do. You can come up for a few hours, you can do hiking, you can do skiing, snowboarding, fishing, all that stuff, or just come up and enjoy a sandwich somewhere, right? Sit down and do nothing. So with that said, I say goodbye from Big Bear Lake. Come in next time and enjoy yourself.